You can lose your money without warning, not by fraud, but by politics. Picture Alexander de Moraes, a Supreme Court justice in Brazil in 2025. He wakes up powerful, but discovers the US has placed him on the global Magnitsky list. Within hours, his overseas assets are frozen, and no international bank will touch him. No soldiers, no gunfire, just an invisible click that redefines someone's fate. This is the power of invisible sanctions, a switch that shuts down your financial life without ever laying a hand on you. And the scariest part? It has already happened to ordinary people, erased from the system overnight. I'll show you how. A silent war has begun, and the weapons aren't missiles but blacklists. A single name typed in Washington, Brussels, or London can carry more power than an entire battalion. It's the Magnitsky playbook, turning a database entry into a financial death sentence. In 2010, WikiLeaks exposed the secrets of war. Days later, Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal erased its financial existence. No trial, just digital silence. In 2018, journalist Jamal Khashoggi was murdered, and 17 Saudis were punished by the US. Fortunes frozen, borders closed, careers executed with a keystroke. The brutal truth? You don't need to be a politician or billionaire to be vulnerable. It only takes being on the wrong platform at the wrong time. Your card, your account, even your payment app can become invisible handcuffs. And if you think this only happens to the powerful, get ready. Democracies have already used this weapon against common citizens. The deadliest weapon of sanctions isn't law, it's psychology. From childhood, we've been trained to believe that money is oxygen. So when access to your balance is cut, it isn't just your account that freezes, it feels like the air is being sucked out of the room. Panic sets in before the food even runs out. In 2022, Russian businessmen learned this the hard way. Billions in assets, yachts seized, mansions untouchable, but they couldn't pay for dinner. One confessed, "I woke up a millionaire and went to bed unable to pay the restaurant bill." That's the real strike. Sanctions don't blow up your fortress, they cut your supply lines. And every army knows, without supplies, surrender is only a matter of time. And the most lethal move hasn't even arrived yet. It doesn't target your account, it targets your mind. You wake up, try to make a payment, and nothing works. Your card is declined, your app crashes, the ATM won't respond. Hours later, your daily routine collapses. That's when the rule hits like a sentence. If you have one, you have none. The strategy for survival is called the field of strategic redundancy. No general relies on a single supply line. They build parallel routes, hidden warehouses, depots the enemy cannot bomb. In finance, the principle is the same. Having just one bank is strategic suicide. The same goes for relying on only one digital wallet or one jurisdiction. The true shield is scattering your reserves, multiple banks, a self-custody wallet, at least one backup beyond the main system. But theory doesn't save anyone. Let's move to real-world cases of people who lost everything by trusting a single system. Do you think only dictatorships freeze accounts? Think again. In 2022 in Canada, truckers protesting government measures had their bank accounts frozen. They weren't international criminals, they were ordinary citizens. Within hours, families couldn't pay rent, buy food, or access decades of savings. And this isn't rare. In business, one email from compliance can cut your revenue. E-commerce owners have watched PayPal or Stripe suspend accounts overnight. Zero sales, zero cash flow. This is where the field of strategic redundancy becomes real armor. A second bank, a self-custody wallet, a physical reserve outside the system. Each extra layer is not just a vest, it's tank armor, multiple supply lines that keep you standing when one route is cut. The harshest truth? You don't control when the next shot is fired. A single click can erase you from the financial map in seconds. Freeze fortunes, silence voices, cut supply lines. But there's a brutal difference between those who fall and those who survive. Who controls the flow controls the war. Who builds redundancy wins freedom. The Magnitsky case proved no one is out of reach. Yesterday it was a minister, today a journalist. Tomorrow it could be you, an ordinary ID number, blindsided. The only real defense is to think like a general. Scatter reserves, protect routes, build shields where the enemy can't strike. Final micro move? Write your redundancy strategy in one sentence. I have 2 accounts. I use self-custody. I built a physical reserve. Few words, but they can be your mental shield against invisible vulnerability. Now, the ritual. Comment, I don't bargain my financial freedom. Share this with someone still fighting this invisible war. Subscribe now. And remember, the next list may already be written, and you might not even know if your name is on it.